You will become what you think about. That's the most truest quote I've ever heard. And this video is about the visualization technique that helped me build a $3 million a year business. Now, initially, I just thought this was all kind of nonsense. I mean, I've never visualized ever until I was about like 27. You know, like at 27 years old, I kind of picked this up and I learned this. So I think it's vital. You should absolutely do this because I think it'll be transformative for you. So how it worked for me is that one, I had to identify exactly what I want. Now, no, most people will actually fail here because when I speak to most people, I say, well, what do you really want? They don't even know. So make sure you know exactly what you want. Now, for me, when I started, I said, well, I want to build a business that makes $30,000 a month. That's what I said initially. And that's because my mentor at the time said, Vlad, you don't have a business until it does $30,000 a month. You don't even matter. That's what he told me. So I said, okay, I want $30,000 a month and I want it by this date. Basically, you have to identify what you want. You have to set a date on it and write it down. Until you write it down, you'll never actually have it. You have to physically write it down and then try to imagine what it will feel like to have this goal. And think about this every day in a way that you almost feel what it's like to have this. And if you get any negative thoughts, meaning they come, you got to get them out. Because remember, you will get what you think about. You will literally get what you think about. So if you're thinking about some kind of worry or concerns, you'll get that. If you're thinking, hey, I can do anything. I also used to do this, by the way, because sales was so critical to my business that I used to kind of sit and think I could sell anything. I could sell anything to anybody. And believe it or not, it actually happened. I was able to write the type of emails that will make anyone reply or buy. I was able to reach the most famous people in the world and get them to respond to me when like we were just sitting working at a coffee shop, right? I was able to get clients to start paying us. So visualizing and embedding into your mind what you want is critical. So then once you've identified what you want and you kind of think about it every day actively, you picture all the details of it, what'll happen is you'll even get ideas. What you'll learn as you read about a lot of phenomenal people who've lived is that they got a lot of their ideas just came to them. It just showed up out of nowhere, like, but they were thinking, they were embedding this in their minds. So for you, you'll start getting ideas, thoughts. Then I need you to act on those ideas and thoughts. For me, even another rule I had for myself was that if something kind of scares me a little bit, I have to do it because that means it was probably worth doing, right? Like for me, that was my logic, because then it was worth doing. If it scares me a little bit, I would do it because that means it was worthy of my time. So once you have this idea and then you start kind of visualizing it, exactly what you want, you have a deadline on it, you wrote it down, you think and feel it about every day, you'll get ideas what to do. Then I need you to act on them. And if you get any negative thoughts, you can't think about it, you have to get it out. Because you'll bring that. Remember, the one main point is you'll get what you think about. And I'd like to mention how I did this the second time. So I've successfully done this twice. And the second time, after we've achieved the $30,000 a month, I said, well, it's awesome. Can we grow our business 10x? So I came to the office that day. It was January 1st. It was new January 1st, right? I came to the office and we had a big whiteboard that our team could see. And I wrote on the whiteboard, $300,000 per month by X date. And I put a big square around it. So as my whole team came to the office, we saw this every single day. And I even remember how I used to picture it. How I used to picture this all glass office, because it was all glass and a lot of our white tables, and the whole team is just pumping away and working, and just a great energy in the office. And that's what I used to picture. And I said $300,000 a month, thousands and thousands of paying customers. And I used to picture this, and we did it. It was the most craziest thing, and like all the challenges we faced never for once even made us think, you know what, we could even quit or slow down. Never. We never for a second believed we'll give up, ever. I asked my engineer one time, his name was Banu, he's a warrior. I asked him, I said, Banu, how many of these products, this version of this product, you think we would have built before we gave up? And Banu said, 10. I said, no, Banu, we would have built forever if we had to. We'll build 10, 20 years if we have to figure this thing out. So because we believe we'll achieve it, we brought this forward, and visualizing this thing was critical. Like, it all seems like such nonsense to me when I've heard about it before, but it changed my life. So now what I'm even visualizing is I'm visualizing doing $1 million a month. That's what I'm visualizing now. Selling $1 million per month, 20 customers at $50,000 per month recurring. That's what I'm visualizing now. And this office, again, the same, all window office, bigger team, selling $1 million a month, 20 customers at $50,000 a month. That's kind of the next thing I really want. And I feel that I'm going to bring that forward because this thing works. Visualizing works. And I'd like to recommend a book for you. And the book that I'd recommend for you is, buy this book. No one knows this book. Nobody. Meaning, like, I bet you if you ask 10 of your friends who are really smart, nobody will know this book. It's called The Secret of the Ages. So the book that's really famous is called The Secret. But the book The Secret was completely based on the book The Secret of the Ages, which was released in 1926. So read the original book that was written by Robert Collier. It's called The Secret of the Ages. It's a magical book. It'll change your life. And I like to say that this video is sponsored by Morning Brew. Morning Brew will also change your life in a way that they send a daily newsletter that'll sum up all of Wall Street and all of Silicon Valley in a 5-minute read. Just picture that. So you, in 5-minute read in the morning, you can open your phone and you can know everything that's happening on Wall Street and Silicon Valley in 5 minutes. It's awesome, right? Imagine how much work the writers do. Just picture it, like, to condense so much minutia of information down to 5 minutes of the most relevant news for Silicon Valley to Wall Street that you can process in 5 minutes. And guess how much it costs? Just think about how much this should cost. Free. I can't even believe it. It's a free product for you. So go to morningbrew.com now, and sign up for Morning Brew. You can unsubscribe anytime if you don't like it, but I think you will really enjoy it. And I'm very picky about my sponsors. I reject a lot of sponsors that don't fit or I don't love. So try these guys. And I hope the visualization was useful for you, and because it changed my life. And the main thing I want you to remember is, again, set a goal, set a deadline, visualize it, feel what it's like, picture all the details of it, say it yourself. Even if you forcefully say it, you don't have to even, you forcefully say it. I can do this, I can do this, I can sell anyone, I can make anyone buy, and you'll become that. You will literally bring that to your life. That's the craziest thing in the world, but it's true. And then buy that book by Robert Collier, The Secret of the Ages, and then subscribe to Morning Brew, the awesome sponsor of this video. My channel is all about entrepreneurship and startups. If you enjoy watching videos about entrepreneurship and startups, subscribe to this channel. If you learned something from this video, or if you found it useful, give it a like, because that way I know, hey, this video was good. That way I know make more videos like this video. And thank you so much for watching, and you're a warrior.